I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Well, folks, we're up on Pickwick Lake. Got Ray Gresham here and Leon Tidwell from, Leon, you're from Muscle Shoals, ain't you, Leon? And Ray's from Florence up there.
Right.
And these boys know this lake and they know it good. And I'm not real familiar with it. I ain't done that much fishing. I fished up behind the Wheeler. That's that way, isn't it? Up that way?
Yeah, about 15 miles.
And tell the folks, if you would, Ray, about where we're at and how we got here.
Well, we're right here at the head of Kroger Island right now. We put in at Natchez Trace and at the Carbert Park ramp there. And
that's a federal
right, a federal kind of parkway. And
free place, isn't it?
Right. Mm-hmm. They got camping and all facilities there and a large boat ramp.
Yeah, it was a big one. Boy, you could put 4 or 5 boats in at a time.
Yeah, best one in this area. We don't have a boat ramp in this area like we do in South Alabama.
I see. And kind of what is the game plan today, Ray? What you think we're going to get into and how we're going to do it?
Well, we're going to start out fishing these stump rows before the current comes on. Sometimes it's on up in the mornings, or sometimes they may be even to dinner before they cut the current on. And then when they cut the current on, we're going to move out and fish the humps and mounds and sandbars.
I see. Well, tell us what kind of rigs we got here today. I see you got a black jig on yours. Let's talk about that jig a little bit here. Pull it up here.
That's just a little black hair jig I'm going to start to try this morning. And normally for smallmouth, we'll use a smoke grub, a little black jig, and a white bucktail that Leon's got on here. We just put on something to be different, see which one they like the best today.
Swing that white one up here, Leon.
And this one right here has been real good lately.
This white bucktail?
Right.
Pretty long one too, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know, they like it.
I see. And about what weight is this we're using?
Well, since there's no current on, we usually like to go to light. Those are 1/8 ounce. We throw kind of lightweight, and then when the current's on, we use a 1/4 or a little bigger.
What test line are we gonna be using?
I got 8 on here. I think Leon's got 10 on that.
That's 8. Yeah. In other words, that's pretty much what you like when it's in still water.
Mm-hmm. Well, we use it a lot of times down that current, but boy, you just got to hold on when you get wood old.
All right. Well, how about doing this now? And a lot of folks have never used a jig for especially fishing for bass. How about pitching out there and show them the kind of stroke that you generally use for your fishing?
Well, just throw it out there, and I usually just let it hit the bottom. Sometimes I'll just kind of hop it along just like you would a worm or something like that, and then a lot of times I'll just kind of swim it, just maybe a few turns, just kind of swimming on the bottom, kind of like that, just whichever way they want it better.
Either hop it or swim it. That's your two systems there, right? Now these old smallmouth, do they just get it a light tap, or do they get on it pretty good?
Sometimes you just feel a light tap and you set the hook and it might be a big one, it might be a pounder or two, and then again that dude will hit it and be done trying to pull the rod out of your hand before you know what going on.
Well, now these things up here, these smallmouth are real fast fighters. I mean, they tough, ain't they?
I'm telling you.
All right. Well, we're gonna get rigged up here, and we're gonna work the stump rows until the water comes on. Then we're gonna get out on the humps, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
hey, look at that. Look at going yonder. Oh, look at him.
Get on it.
Yeah, he nailed that thing, didn't he?
He took off with it.
Oh, I tell you what, that devil's a fighter, ain't he, Ray?
He ain't about a pound and a half.
But look at him fight, though. Goodness
gracious. They do that.
Man, that's a tough little old fish, ain't
He's pulling the drag a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, I see what you mean now. Look at that thing fight.
I think he's about, boy, he got it sucked it down in there. He was really wanting it.
He sure has.
How much you want?
Ain't that a pretty thing?
Ain't nothing like them.
Let's get a side view. Let folks see the colors in that thing, right?
Yeah, he's colored up pretty. Boy, he sucked that. Look there, Leon. Had it way back down.
Wait.
Yeah, it wasn't far.
He got a little smudge on the bottom here and got bars in him, and that's a pretty thing.
Beautiful fish.
He sure is.
I hate anybody that takes them out of the water unless it's a trophy fish.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
They ought to pass a law to forbid them to eat him. Now look there, he's been hooked before until they turned him back loose.
Turn that sideways over on this way, right in here.
This way?
Yeah, he sure was turned. or either was born deformed maybe. But
nah, that's a
it's
tore.
probably
That's
been
a tore place.
hooked, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's a tore place.
Well,
See, you no bigger than that, and you saw how he cut up.
yes, sir.
When we get,
You get a 5-pounder, you got all you can handle, ain't you?
I didn't feed him. He just hit it on the run coming toward me, Leon. Like
I tell you what,
caught
a lot of time I hit it on the drop too, won't you, Ray?
Yeah. We can get some current running this afternoon and get in some of them good ones down there where they. Remember we was down there on Bluff Creek last fall, Leon, and that dude hit that thing full speed, and that drag just started singing. You said, "Wow, what a smallmouth, you know." Ain't nothing like them. Small one too, I believe.
It don't matter. He bit like he weighed 10 pounds.
He thumped it then. I felt him.
I mean,
right
when he hit that thing, he nearly took it out of your hand, didn't he?
They ain't jumping much, Leon. They didn't jump any yesterday.
Look at that thing. Now, you think that ain't a pretty fish. Just look at that thing. I mean, you was standing there like jerked it out of your hand when he hit that thing, didn't he?
Well, when I set the hook on him, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I felt him hit it. He didn't do like that other one.
Well, I'll just be.
Beautiful fish.
How long you been fishing for these smallmouth, Ray?
Well, I don't know. You know, just I don't fish for smallmouth, just primarily the smallmouth much as Leon fish, because we fish so many tournaments, that kind of dictates where I go fishing, you know. And
But you more of a largemouth fisherman?
Well, I guess you might say that, but I like to come down here after these when I get a chance, you know.
I can see why. Boy, them things are tough.
Last year, Thanksgiving week, I was on vacation, and we came down here and got on them things. Me and Leon come one day, but the 2 days before Thanksgiving, I had a 6.13, a 6.7, a 6.1, 5.12, and a 5.4, and that other one was 4.5. That was just the big ones in 2 days. And I just knew I was gonna get me one over 7, you know. And then they cut the spillways on the next day for the rest of the week.
That messed it up?
Yeah.
Well, now,
Messed up the fishing out on the humps and things now. Leon them found them in there on the shallow gravel bars and things like that, but wasn't not any big fish, all the big ones. But
did you tell me one of your buddies caught a big one this last week?
Yeah, he had a 7.9 Friday.
Boy, that's a fine smallmouth.
There he is.
Yeah, there.
He ain't very big.
Wait a minute, look at him. Look at him. He got one coming in there. There you go, right?
Yeah.
Well, look at there. How about that? Got a channel on that thing. Oh, that's a pretty thing. That's a pretty thing. Got him on the old black grub, wasn't it, Ray?
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 28, Bass 2. A sequel to our original bass video, Bass 2 shows you 3 entirely different techniques of catching bass. We illustrate worm fishing using a 4-inch worm, plunking on top with a plunker and a jig, and a little-known technique of jigger pole fishing. This will really excite you. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 28, Bass 2, at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, Archie, that stave is behind us is where a stump field comes up shallow, and it's all gravel. And the stump field kind of split. The channel kind of splits right here on this, right in this area here. And it's a real good place for smallmouth and largemouth, but it's basically a real big stump field where the channel kind of splits, which is always good.
Well, we got to get a little current on here. It's going to be slow, ain't it?
It sure is. We need some current.
There you go.
We'll go home, cut the air conditioner on, and run back down here, what we need to do.
So I believe they're cutting a little water on here. You can see it running around the buoy, and we're going to try these humps right off the river channel here and see what we can come
Now,
up
what is
with
he, just natural hills or old Indian mounds?
Indian mounds and humps and all that kind of stuff.
All kind of stuff.
This right here is the Indian mound.
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right, let's catch an Indian mound smallmouth. That'd suit me fine.
I'm ready.
There you go.
I think it's another small one.
Rum or something.
No,
Another
that
small
pretty
one.
little old smallmouth there. That devil fight. Now, he's a kind of a gold-looking one, isn't he? Look at that pretty thing. Look at that pretty thing. Shook him off.
Yeah, don't need to handle him anyway.
Yeah, there you go. He hit that black one, didn't he, Ray?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you just got through chain. Just take what it takes, ain't it?
Whatever they want.
Are you touching the bottom?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm letting it hit the bottom every time. I'm just winding though instead of bumping it. Ooh, I thought one.
You got him now, Leon?
I got him. He's a small one.
What'd he do? Come back and hit it again?
No, I just...
Or was that a different fish?
Needing it.
Oh, that's a pretty thing. Pretty
He's
thing.
black and green.
Let me pull him up here. Let's look at that thing, Leon. Pull that thing up here. Let's look at it. Boy, he's a fighter, ain't he? Look at that thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty thing. Let me see what you're using up there now, Leon.
I'm using grub.
Using that old smoky looking grub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get hold of that thing right there. I got it. That's a pretty thing. Yes, sir.
Oh, baby.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good
right?
in there. Oh,
Looks
he's
pretty
coming this way.
Is he gonna jump?
I don't know. Let's cotton picking. Large
Oh, that's a large mouth. Look at that thing.
wonder he
Boy, that's a
didn't
good
jump.
one too. Let me get the net on that. That's too big to lift up.
No, I'll lift him.
Huh?
I'll lift him, let him have his fun.
Oh, that's fine large mouth. Look at that thing. Goodness gracious alive.
Pretty fish.
That is a pretty fish. Yes, sir. That's a pretty one. Hold him up here and let me get her. Oh,
Yeah, that
Yes,
may have been
sir.
what it was a while ago. Then I got him. He never would have got off.
yeah, that's a good lick.
Huh?
Don't look like it, does it?
Well, I suppose she's been on there. Look at there at the tail. Look, there's a bad spot right there.
Yeah,
I don't know whether I'm
that's
gonna get this
pretty
hook
there.
out or not. There it is.
yeah. Put that in there in the live well. That's pretty enough one to put in the live well there.
Well, if you want to.
All right. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, I know he hit it reeling in.
Red. In other words, you was swimming him along too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was fixing to reel in fast, and as he hit it, I know it's going to be a skipjack or a sprite.
Uh-huh. That's a pretty little old thing.
All right, we're gonna have to go back the other way. It doesn't come up to 12 or 13 then.
Now, let me ask you this, Leon. Is it just this kind of mound? Is it just a rounded up mound?
Hey, very big.
A tapered mound. In other words, it's come up to 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, the 9 is on both sides, and also like it ain't like a
Just kind of a
sloping.
in other words, over a period of time, the rain and all is probably just kind of.
Knocks it down.
But you've seen some big ones down there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that
Think
Indian.
about I've learned this through diving, where all the fish is being caught with either caught fish and everything. It's always a shelly, muscly, rocky, gravelly bottom, and that's where the mound is at. You can go out anywhere else. You can get off that mound, and it won't be that old mud, silky, like in the bottom of a pond. You know, you can step in it and you can get up that deep in old slime, old stuff.
Yeah.
That's the way the rest of this bottom is on this river. It's just old slime and stuff. What you find? You find it?
There's something down there deep. Stump with a big fish laying on top of it. All right, it's deeper over here. It's 10 feet. It's right in there. It's shallow. I'm on. Yeah, look here. Stop.
Hold on, Leon. Is it a good one? Huh?
No, not really.
Wow, that is a good one too. Let me get that net.
Yeah,
Woo! Woo! Hold on there, Leon. Hold on. We're gonna let that one escape. Get him up here. Leon. Man, that's a good one.
Be netted. You know, let him net him, Leon.
Ooh, look at that thing. Ah, yeah, that's a fine smallmouth there. Hold on here. Pulled right off, and that's where them fish were. They were right where you said they was. Look at that.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 27, Crappie 2. Crappie 2 is a sequel to our original crappie video, which gives you 3 seasons and the techniques to catching crappie, from cold weather winter fishing to a man that uses a little different technique. And in the heat of the summer, a top-notch jig fisherman shows you how to catch fish in deeper water. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 27, Crappie 2 at your local video store.
This is what I use right here.
Okay.
All right. Rig it up weedless, which is the best way to fish it. You push it up to the bottom, then you pull it out. All right. Then you turn it like around like a one hook worm, same thing you do, push it up on there. Same thing with a one hook worm, you get you enough
Slack.
slack in it, pull it up there, pull that tip out right there, you can feel that tip. You won't miss no fish because of it, and you can pull through stump.
All right, then let me see your tail is down, right?
No, it don't make no difference.
It don't make no difference. All right, come till it stops. Come till it stops right there.
Yep, don't
push it on through, right?
Yep.
Then
turn it around now. You got to, you know where, when you come out, you got to, when you come out, you got to twist that rub back around.
I see. Oh yeah, yeah.
Cause that lets your hook come out there. But I tell you what you done. You went too far on that barb. Cause when you do,
they ain't gonna have.
It's gonna be crooked.
So I got to take a little of it out,
Yeah,
right? I got to back off a little bit.
You took
too big a bite.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna back it off and take less of a bite about right there.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, then turn the worm around.
Turn around, well.
Push him up on there, and then slip the hook.
Right.
In there like that right there. And that's the way you've been fishing that thing?
Yep. And
no wonder I was getting hung up.
That's got to be straight. See that pie straight. If you get too much bite on this thing, it'll be crooked. So you want it to be straight.
That ain't real straight. Let me see. I need to back it off just a little, don't I? All right, that ain't right there.
No.
How about that right there?
Now I tell you what. Another thing, I don't like the barbs on them.
You don't like that?
I don't like it.
Well, you like it without a barb?
I like it without a barb.
All right, let's go again.
You push it down to the head right there. See,
yeah, okay.
See, that ain't much. But I said it don't make no difference to tail turning up or down, but you want it to come out of that groove, either this groove or this groove, see?
I see.
Right, and then you come out. And you got to turn that worm.
Yeah, you're about 3 rings down is about what you are.
Right, you push that up there.
Okay, you got about 1/4 inch hung onto the worm, right?
Right.
All right,
and then you take your slack and be sure to put your hook in that groove right there.
In that groove.
Yeah.
And then you just back it up where. Right. Now that hook's sticking out. You want that hook exposed?
Just like that right there.
About 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah. Just where you can touch it.
And you can feel it.
You can feel it.
And that'll get him.
That'll get him.
All right, maybe that's what I've been doing wrong all day. See, you've been keeping all this stuff to yourself, is what you've been doing now, Leon. All right, let's go out there and get that and you just missed.
I heard you.
Come on here, fish. He ain't coming to the boat, he ain't. You think it's catfish? How what you think it is?
No, I just got a glimpse of him out there. No, it may be a smallmouth. Sometimes when you hang them deep or something, they won't come up. Don't let him get in the motor.
Look out, look out, look out, look out. Hold on there, buddy.
Don't let him get in the motor.
He's trying to get in there.
Cut the boat around, Leon.
Well, he ain't coming, I tell you. He just ain't coming.
Now, he took off in like a smallmouth.
He's trying to get on that motor is what he's trying to do. I don't dare tighten that drag up.
No, you don't want to do that.
Because like I say, I ain't got but 6-pound test line.
Tighten up, tighten up. Yes, smallmouth.
Ooh, look at that thing.
Tighten up.
Look at that thing. Holy mackerel, what a smallmouth.
That's what we've been after right there.
I'm gonna hug your neck for that one, right? What a beautiful fish. What a beautiful fish. Now that is a fine fish. I appreciate that coaching, because if I'd have put one more notch on that drag, he'd been gone, wouldn't he?
Man, you get one of these, you won't lose off on that drag with anything.
Hey, Leon.
He didn't come up, though.
I appreciate that rigging on that grub that time.
There you go, Leon, about 4.5.
Come on, Leon. Hold that one now.
There he is.
Oh, it's a beauty. Look at him. Goodness gracious.
I'll get this net now.
Easy now. Don't go bragging yet, Leon.
Hey, Archie, let me use the net now.
All right, you use the net here.
This is mine now.
All right, here. Here.
He'll make another run or two
Look
here at the boat. He's going to jump again. Watch it. He's going to come out of there again.
Mackerel. Boy, that is a beautiful fish. I'm talking about a beautiful fish. Don't let him get on that. Don't let him get on that motor.
I don't know where he's going to come up again or not. At least he done got tired.
They'll finally lay down on.
Well, she ain't quit yet. She might not jump, but she ain't quit. Now you watch. She'll go again when she gets up here to this boat.
Here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes.
Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful smallmouth.
She just about give out, though.
Easy does it now.
Oh, that's nice.
Holy mackerel, what a beauty. What a beautiful smallmouth
That'll
that
wear
is.
you out right there.
What'll that
See,
weigh?
that'll go 6 or better.
Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel, what a
She's
beautiful
full too.
fish.
She ain't laid yet. Look at her. Look at her tail. She's getting ready to lay.
Yeah, that's a beauty there. That's
Here,
fine.
Leon, you hold him up and let him take your picture. I'm getting tired of all this.
You getting tired of holding them fish? Yeah. Now,
I
Leon,
heard that after I caught him all day.
that is a fine, fine
Where did I
smallmouth.
lay my
Now,
rod
that right
down?
there,
We got
notice
some
he's got a,
Now he's dark.
he's a good bit darker than the rest of them.
Yeah.
And you can see them bars pretty pronounced.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 26, Black Powder Hunting. Relive the experience of your forefathers by experiencing hunting with the old style. Hunting with a black powder shotgun is an enjoyable way to put a little variety in your hunting style. You learn how to load the old smoke hole and how to anticipate the delayed action. This video includes hunting of quail, squirrel, and rabbit. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 26, Black Powder Hunting.
Ray, I enjoyed the trip. I tell you what, this is a super place, and we just have had a great time up here today with the fishing out there, Leon. And we got that's the biggest smallmouth I believe I ever caught that I know of. Caught some littler ones, but I ain't never caught one that size. And we want to. What's your buddy's name that let us use his fine boat out there today?
Paul Cantrell.
Paul Cantrell. Well, I mean,
Fine old feather.
20-footer, isn't it?
Yeah, 20-footer.
One of the largest bass boats I've ever been in, and we just had a great time out there. Takes a lot of equipment to do one of these shows, but it
We
did
kinda
real.
lost part of a prop coming in.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about it. A lot of folks ain't never seen a prop off a 230 horsepower motor throwed off, but that's what it looks like, in case you had never seen it. And Ray, we got, you know, want to tell the folks to, if they want to enjoy some fishing, come up. This is Colbert
Park.
Cobb.
Yeah, the Natchez Trace, where the Natchez Trace crosses the Tennessee River.
I see. And
Real nice ramp down here and put in 4 or 5 boats at a time.
that is a beautiful ramp right there. I mean, you can just, yeah, ain't nobody gets in each other's way there, does it?
No, that's right.
Got nice restrooms, they got a camping area, they got a swimming area right there, and it's easy to get to right off of Natchez Trace. So anybody wants to enjoy some great outdoors, just come on up here. This is Colbert County, right?
Right.
Colbert County, Alabama, up North Alabama. What's the closest town up here?
Well, Tuscany, Florence, Sheffield, Musgrove, and all right
Up in here in North Alabama. Well, fellas, it's been a pleasure for me to be fishing with y'all, and maybe we can get together and do it again, and can't remember when I had a better day.
Well,
All right,
I'm glad you
Archie.
enjoyed it.
And y'all folks stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 24, Bird Hunting. Bird hunting is so popular because of its fast movement and snap action, which refines the skills of hunters. This video has the 3 most hunted of the feather: dove, duck, and quail. You learn valuable techniques of using decoys, blinds, black powder, and pointers. Proper identification is important, as well as how to cook them up. So ask for Volume 24, Bird Hunting.
Well, I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the poppy, and the brim. Just give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole. My buddies and me and my old cane pole. Bait them hooks and wet them lines. It's a life I love so fine. It's almost supper time. You'd think the world was mine.
And now for today's outdoor adventure, here's Archie Phillips.
Smallmouth on. We're up here at Wheeler Dam with Nolan Shivers.
I got one too.
We got one on one too.
Yep.
Man, and when they're right, and when they ain't, are they, Nolan?
I think I got a drum.
Have you got a drum?
Yeah, but you got a smallmouth, huh?
There he comes to the top. That's where you tell smallmouth ain't Nolan.
Yeah.
Come to the top.
How
Now
big
what
is
I'm
it?
doing, look to me on that first jump, he's about a 2-pounder, maybe 3. No, oh, wow, broke him off, Nolan.
I
Oh,
still got mine. It may be a bass.
broke him off. I had my drag set right, but I don't know what happened.
See what I got.
He broke
here.
off at the hook, Nolan.
Mine's a bass. He come up in. This is
You got a bass?
Yeah.
We run right through him, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a bass.
Now I put that Palomar knot on there, but it just flat broke. It's 6 pound, only takes so
How
much
about getting
pressure.
that net for me over there,
All right.
Archie? He's fixing to come up right there.
Yeah, I'm out of business myself.
Been
Easy
nice.
now.
We start off with a double here.
Woo, that's a good way to start it, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wheeler Dam. Woo, look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's one of the finest smallmouth lakes in the whole world. And at certain times of year when they come up here below this dam, it's just hard to beat, isn't it, Nolan?
It sure is.
That's a pretty thing right there. Don't put no pressure on him, because I had mine set about where I thought it ought to be, but apparently it just broke off right there at the knot. Easy, Nolan. Easy now.
Let's see what kind of netter you are.
I hope I'm a better. Ah, look at there. Look at there. Now, that's fine smallmouth
See
right
what
there.
he looks like.
Woo, he filled that net up, Nolan. Look at
Take
that.
him out before we can see him.
Well, I didn't want him to jump. I wanted to make sure he was all the way done.
Yeah, he's
Fine smallmouth. Look at that
maybe a
thing.
4-pounder.
Now, Nolan, this one's a little bit darker than it been being.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Mm.
But he's a pretty one. Now, you gonna retie that thing?
Yeah, I'll read that.
Now, Nolan, while we got him hooked right here, it might be real important that we tell the folks exactly the way you rig up here, the whole business there, okay?
Okay, we've got a number 2 pattern 84 eagle claw hook.
And that's not a very big hook now. I mean, that's
Small hook.
a very small hook.
And of course today with the wind the way it is, we've got 2 split shot on number 4s.
Okay.
And we're having to do that to get down in this wind. Normally I'd rather use a 5 or 6. And you come up here with a bunch of different kind of split shot so you can adjust to the situation, whether the wind's blowing or still or how many turbines is on or whatever. And today it warrants 2 number 4s.
All right, and now tell us why you like such a small hook on this thing.
Okay, your minnow swim freer on that small hook.
Now, most
Has
everybody
more
uses
freedom.
a bigger hook, don't they?
And it weights the minnow down and causes them to hang, plus the minnow don't have action.
In other words, this gets him where he can just kind of do his thing. Well, we
True.
come through a whole school of them right then, didn't we?
Yeah,
Now, your lid's about 18 inches in it, Nolan.
18 to 20 inches above.
I see. Now, what about this? We were talking about the line now. We've been using up here this silver thread 6-pound. Now, most everybody use a little heavier line up here. Now, why the 6-pound line, this Bagley's line, Nolan?
Well, it cuts through the water and sinks a lot better than the heavy line.
I see.
And it allows you to get down deeper, closer to the bottom, especially in this windy.
Well, we want to
Right,
be
we
right
got
on the
here.
bottom, but we don't want to be heavy on the bottom. Isn't that right?
Right, you want to
Just barely
skim.
kind of float it.
You want to skim right over the bottom, but yet you don't want to hit the bottom.
I see. Well, we hit a mess of them right there just then, didn't we?
Yeah, we both had a good one, huh?
Well, I'm gonna tie in again. I don't know what the reason why I broke off that line. I used that Palomar knot, but it just apparently there's too much pressure on it. All right, let's go back and get another.
All right.
Nolan, who's that with that big old smallmouth
That's
right
Charlie Yow's kinfolk, Jimmy Nix.
there? Yo, Jimmy, boy, you got a pretty one there, Jimmy. Did you just get him?
Just got it for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes ago. Boy, look at the color on that thing. He is some more pretty colored.
I know where you can get him mounted real good.
Yeah, I know a good taxidermist down there in Birmingham. He'll fix you up on that thing. Look at that, got a little green in his back right there and a little yellow in there. They will turn on down dark, you know, after they've been in there a while. Now, buddy, I'd catch him like that all day, and I wouldn't gripe if he didn't weigh an ounce more. Would you know? Boy, that's a pretty one there. Yeah, I tell you, they ain't nothing prettier than smallmouth.
No,
They
they're
just
not.
ain't. Wow. Look at that big smallmouth yonder. That's a big one. Look at there. Look at that thing. You still convinced that's a drum?
Yeah. If it's a smallmouth, it's gonna be a world record.
Say it, world record.
I ain't even slowed him down. He's almost at that lock over there.
Well, I tell you what, the world record's probably here at Wheeler Dam, if ever there was, here at Pickwick 1 to 2.
Well, the former world record come from here, you know, 10 1/4.
Yeah, I know it. Can you imagine catching a 10 1/4 pound smallmouth up there? That'd be a sight, wouldn't it? So that thing's still rolling, huh?
I had a 7 up here week 4 last. And last week I was up here with Mike Bolton. I couldn't get him to quit fishing for drum.
Say he's fishing for drum all day?
I reckon that's what was in the
Mike
paper.
knows better than that. My goodness. You got him coming your way now, hadn't you?
Yeah, finally.
Now, Nolan, I know that this has probably been one of your favorite fishing places up here at Wheeler Dam. And we're close to the closest town is Town Creek, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's up in the TVA waterways, and I've seen several of your strings of 20 bass that go 100 pounds. And, you know, when you get further north, a 4-pound smallmouth's a big smallmouth, but y'all catch lots of 4s and 5s down here, don't you?
Yeah, there are quite a few of them.
Now, buddy, that is a fine drum right there. Look at that big deal. And that's another thing I want to show them, Nolan. You can whip a big fish on this 6-pound test line if you just take your time, can't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna show you how easy that line breaks, so I'm gonna tie another hook on it. Watch.
Woo-wee. So in other words, now you got a graphite rod, had you?
Yeah, graphite.
In other words, and you got your tension set back so that that when he goes, you just let him go on until he whips himself.
Well, I back reel.
Back reel. Take the pressure off of him.
Put my anti-reverse, take my anti-reverse off.
Uh-huh.
And back reel. When he makes a run, I let him go.
I got you.
Back my reel up.
And don't
also I hold my rod tip real high, if you noticed.
Keeps that spring in it, don't it?
Keeps the spring in it. Then if for some reason or other he makes an unexpected run, I can go down until such time I back reel.
I see. Now these folks, you know, a lot of people put all their confidence in that drag. You got to use a little common sense too, hadn't you, Nolan?
A lot of people try to point their rod right at the fish. And that's the worst thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
Let's go back up.
You ready to go back up?
Yeah.
And Nolan, what size we looking for?
As big as we can get. And
These
these
little
are,
bitty ones ain't what you're hunting, is it?
nah,
What
they seem to be running.
About 4 inches long?
Nah, about 3.
About 3?
Uh-huh. There ain't them but little bitty ones up here, don't look like.
Where you reckon them 4 inches are at?
I don't know.
Now them grado big ones ain't no good neither, are they?
Uh-uh.
Boy, there's plenty of them, though.
Keep pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one right there, too. You'd rather dip them than throw a cast net at them?
They're easier.
Uh-huh.
You get them any way you can, but this is the easiest way.
We want to say this to folks that ain't ever done this kind of doings. You make it look real easy, but it's tricky as the devil up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 23, Bottom Fishing. Off the Gulf Coast has always yielded many good catches because of the reef-building efforts of the captains found in this video. Whether you like plate size or man size, you learn the rigging techniques from veteran deckhands that keep you hooked up. You see triggerfish, amberjack, groupers, and even a stingray. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 23, Bottom Fishing.
He's kind of small, but
It's all right. I don't want to break him off. I'm going to net this one. You got him on?
I hope you ain't going to use that net.
Which net? Look out, Nolan. Look out, look out, look out.
He's back here by me now.
All right. Go easy.
Here he
now.
comes, here he comes.
Woo, look at that thing here. Boy, he can dance, can't? Look at that thing go. Nolan, they're twice as tough as largemouth, ain't they? Look at that little scut.
Yeah. You gonna get him or
Yeah,
look
I'm gonna
at him?
get it. I ought to done you like you done me on my other fish. Nolan, he swallowed that, slapped down his goose.
Yeah, we're gonna break that hook off in it.
You gonna break it off? All right.
Yeah.
You got it. Let me get out your way. In other words, up here, it's a good idea to break the hook every time you catch a fish, right?
Yeah, and retie.
And you need to probably retie every two trips that we drift down through here anyway, shouldn't you?
Charlie likes to hear me say that. Break them hooks off.
Break
where
them
you
hooks
can buy
off.
some
He
more.
sells them eagle claws, don't he? Well, I tell you, you seen I had two broke off there a while ago. If you got the least little weak spot in this line using 6-pound test line, for sure you ain't gonna get him in the boat.
No.
It's a challenge anyway when everything's going right.
Back your reel up now.
I'm backing him up.
Acting more like a drum now. There?
No, it's coming up.
Yeah, I believe it's a bass.
Won't come to the top.
That must be a big one, Archie.
He feels like a big
It's
one.
gonna be the biggest smallmouth you ever caught. I got one biting mine right
You got
now.
one biting now? Now, Nolan, are you lining?
I missed
You
mine.
got him on?
No, I missed him. I believe you got a good bass.
I think he's a fine one. Boy, he's fixing to run now, Nolan. See him holding
I wish
steady?
you'd jump. Let us look at him before you lose him.
Yeah. Don't start that talking that negative foolishness. I believe you shook them last two off.
Well, you've lost everything.
Every time
else
I
you hung
lose
this
one, you
morning.
smile. Now, I believe you get a kick out of that, Nolan.
Well, it means one I'm gonna catch next week.
I tell you, he's going. When he sees this boat, it's gonna be Katie bar the door.
Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up. He's
Coming up. There he is. There he is. Oh, look at that pretty thing.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
He is pretty. Nolan, I love these smallmouth. If anybody ever comes up here and catches them and has a good time, like what I've been doing with you every time I come up here, it gets addictive, don't it? Wait a minute.
Well, I don't know. I just do it every Tuesday and Wednesday for like
Every
30
Tuesday
years.
and Wednesday when they're for what, for 30 years? Huh? Look at that thing. Woo! That's a fine one, Nolan.
Yeah, that's a good
Look
one.
at that thing.
That's gonna be the biggest smallmouth you ever caught.
I believe it is. He's pretty good at Nolan.
It go close to 5.5, I believe.
Look out now.
Maybe 6.
Think it go that much?
Maybe 7. If he
How
gets
about
off,
8?
If he gets off, he'll be bigger
Look
than
out,
that.
look out, look out, look out, look out, look out.
Just work him
Easy
on up
now.
this way.
Easy now. He ain't half done, Nolan.
I know, you got that light line, that 6-pound line, you know.
He ain't half done. He ain't
Work him on
2/3
up there.
done. Ah! Woo-wee! Look at that pretty thing, Nolan. Let me see where I got him at. Right in the corner.
Let me see where you got him.
Got him right in the corner. Look at that thing. You ain't gonna let me use that same hook no way, are you?
You can use it if you want to, but you need to retie. That's why I broke it off. Where
I
you
got
be
you.
sure and retie.
Oh, boy, that's one of them black-looking kind, ain't it? Boy, that's a beauty, Nolan. I tell you what, that just thrills my soul to catch smallmouth like that. You know, way up north, that's one that size. Now, I guess he'd go, what, 4.5?
He'll go 5, I believe.
5? But what I'm talking about, we catch the biggest ones in the world down here. And one like this would be a super monster. You get up above about halfway up America, you know that?
Yeah.
And yet they got more smallmouth than we have generally.
Yeah.
But that is fine. Well, we'll put him in a little box right here. Let's go get another.
I'm ready.
Now, Nolan, who's that figure? That
That's-
fella there with them two good-looking
That's
smallmouth
Dunny Hill. He's a fishing buddy of mine from Florence. He's a policeman down there.
up there at Florence. Boy, you got two pretty.
Dunny's
Look
got
how
two nice
different those two are, though.
Yeah, that over there
Got
looks like a
old-
tiger.
Yeah, he's strapped up, and that in there just kind of an old black one. Have you missed any, Donnie? Lost one. Boy, they got a little better size on them than last year when we was fishing up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them seem pretty nice. Well, we'll drift on by you again. If you find a hot spot, give us a holler.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 22, Odd Fishing. When you're tired of the same old fishing technique, try a little change in pace by combining hunting skills with fishing skills. Bow fishing shows you how to stalk and shoot carp. Ever caught a fish on a rope? That's right, no hooks required to land needle-nose guard. And travel deep to the ocean floor for a special spearfishing experience you'll never forget. So ask for Volume 22, Odd Fishing.
I got it. Got him coming?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bass or not.
Oh, I had something hit me and just broke everything I had off. Probably a 50
I believe
pound.
it's a bass, Bubba.
You think it's a bass?
Yep. Pretty sure it is now.
He's gonna jump.
Yeah, I believe he is.
Oh, he's rolling. Look at him.
Here he
go.
comes.
Yeah, wow, what a smallmouth. Woo, Oh, Nolan, be careful. Be
You
careful.
want to get the net?
I'm going to get the net.
Go ahead and shut that.
Woo, look at him go.
Net, get over on this side.
Get over there. I got to have a big net on that one, Nolan. Woo, look at that thing. Boy, that's a fine one, Nolan. That's a fine one.
Had to play him down with that 6-pound line.
When he comes to the boat, once he sees that boat,
He's going the underway now.
Boy, that's a good one, Nolan. I mean, that's a good one.
Can't do nothing with him. Here he comes. He's coming back up.
Look out, look out.
Coming up.
Up, 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 ow! Don't let him shake it loose now, Nolan. Are you in control?
Well, I don't know.
Line? You want to shake your line a little bit, Nolan? Huh?
Not unless you want your arm broke.
He's coming up behind the boat, behind the boat.
Can't do nothing. He's going where he wants to.
He got you now.
Coming over here on this side.
All right.
Get down right here in front.
All right.
I'll try to get him up alongside there in a minute.
He might jump. Oh, look out. Oh, goodness, under the boat, Nolan.
Boy, they like to get on that boat.
Don't let it touch the side of that aluminum.
Can't help it.
Goodness gracious. Get away from the propeller. Boy, that 6-pound, you just walking on a razor's edge, ain't you, Nolan? Look out. Look at that big devil. Yeah! Oh, that's a beauty, Nolan. Look at that thing.
Yeah, he's nice.
Look at that thing.
That's about the average size up there.
Boy, they sure are running nice today, ain't they?
Yeah.
Boy, you just barely did have him. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You hit him in that hard part right there. Goodness, did you see that? What I lined up that tower, there's an old orange hickey over yonder.
Yeah.
And every time we've crossed where that thing floats us by, looks like an old helicopter. You know, I mean, an air sock out there.
Mm-hmm.
We got hits every time right there. So we might just ease on up in there and hit that another lick. Let's put him in the box.
All right.
That's a fine one there. Boy, let me look at him one more time. Now, Nolan, this is kind of a black looking one here. His spots are not very pronounced at all. See
He's
that?
been laying up under a rock.
Probably would. He's smutty on the belly. See how he's kind of smutty down there on the belly?
Yeah.
Fins are black. Oh, but he's a pretty thing. Boy, these are nice fish up here now.
He's about to come up.
Wow, look at him. How'd you get all that line out there? I didn't see you let all that line out. He's a dancer, wasn't he?
Yeah. Wish he'd come up again right there where we can see him a little better.
Let me get in.
Far away a while ago.
All right, let me get in here and I'll dip him up for you.
There he comes. He's coming up. He's coming up.
Oh, that's a pretty one, Nolan.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. Boy, he was way out there.
Yeah. He looks bigger now since we got him up
I know
close.
it. You had him 50 yards out there.
Well, on a windy day like this, you have to
He
let
might
out.
jump again when he looks at the boat too, might he?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a fine
He's
one.
coming up.
Right.
He's
there.
coming up. There
right
he is.
There. Oh, Yanni goes. Yanni goes. There he goes. Oh, look at that pretty thing. Get him over this way, Nolan. Get him over. Yeah, in the net. Can you reach down in that big old net?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Fine, boy. Now, he scuffed that thing down, Nolan. That's all the way down. Look at that.
Yeah.
They just kind of scattered up here right now, but they're running a lot larger than we was catching last year, though.
Yeah.
When you first set
Like I just let him have that hook.
yeah, when you first set them things down, they let's see, no, he's kind of a medium black one, isn't he?
Yeah. Let's get another one.
All right, let's do it. Coming up, there he goes, there he comes. Right to the top. I say he was coming up.
That's a bass. I've seen him.
Going under the motor.
That is a bass.
Under the motor.
I promise you, that's a bass.
Hope he don't touch this boat, Nolan. Can't get no further over. Uh-oh, he's under the motor.
Just play him down. We got all day.
Wait a minute now.
That's a good one, Archie. He looked like those 7 or 8.
How come he ain't jumped? Huh?
It's a bass.
Show it, look at that. Show is a smallmouth.
He ain't really that big, though.
No. He
But
ain't
he's a
that big.
bass. Look at that.
Boy,
Look, just
I
come
just
up.
barely did have him, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Now, last time we was fishing, Nolan, we caught a lot of them that size, but we didn't catch any of the big size like what we've been catching, have we?
That's the smallest we've caught.
I believe it is.
I know it is.
All right, let's wet up another. Now, what we're doing right here, you got you a special little rock pile. And every time we've come through here, we'd had to pick up a caught fish, hadn't we?
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette. Like Volume 21, Dangerous Hunting. Boar hunting takes you on a wild boar hunt in South Alabama where the hunter becomes the prey. Alligator hunting takes you to the swamps of Louisiana for a strange but exciting alligator hunt. And rattlesnake takes you deep in South Alabama for an educational afternoon full of fangs and rattles. So ask for dangerous hunting at your local video store.
Nolan, that's the finest string of smallmouths I believe I ever seen in my life. Beautiful day up here, wasn't it?
No, they're not as big as that string I had one time I brought over to you.
Yeah, but I wasn't with you that time. You understand what I'm saying?
I had that 7.5, 8 pounder I lost out there.
Well,
When it broke, it has a big fish.
It was, well, you know, I was with John over there a while ago and we turned up a big one too.
Did you?
Yeah, and so they're biting real good, and size these pretty good all up and down the line, and no, we've got one smallmouth on there. Now this don't count, what, 50 drums and
Catfish.
catfishes and all that kind of stuff. So that's just a super fine string of fish. And of course we're up here at Wheeler Dam with one of my best fishing buddies, old Nolan Shivers here. And Nolan, I want you to know, in case I don't ever tell you, I always appreciate you bringing us and the viewers to, I mean, you never hold anything back. You show right where we're at, what we're doing, and how we're doing. I know our viewers appreciate that. And I want to thank old John Hill there for
Yeah, he's been good. Letting us use
providing the
his boat.
facilities and using his boat and trying to keep us on top of where the fish are. And so I want to invite all them folks to come up here at Wheeler Dam down at Fisherman's Resort there. And
He's got year-round guide service too.
Year-round
A lot of people
guide
don't know that.
And fishing's pretty good up here year-round. I mean, when they quit fishing in other places, you can still catch them here, can't you, know?
This is a real good year for smallmouth up here. As you can see, the size has been like this all year.
Yeah. Well, you know, we just got to thank the good Lord that he provides us a place here in the South to come and do this on a regular basis, and it can get to be habit forming, Nolan. And I want you to know I done got the habit, and I appreciate it. And I want to tell all our viewers, y'all stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips. Boy, that's gonna make
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 19, Cooking from the Wild. Deer butchering shows how to butcher deer into steaks, hamburger, and even sausage, while Outdoorsman's Feast is a cooking show of many different game and wild plants to prepare an extravagant feast with all the trimmings. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Cooking from the Wild at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Just give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I want to ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak. Like going down to the fishing hole, my buddies and me and my old cane pole, bait them hooks and wet them lines. It's a life I love so fine. It's almost supper time, you'd think the world was mine.
We've got a beautiful day. We're up at Wheeler Dam on the, actually the Tennessee River, and with my good friend John Hill and Nolan Shivers, and they both top-notch smallmouth fishermen, and John's He's a guide up here and runs a camp at Sportsman's Marina up here. And John, tell us what happened yesterday.
Well, there's a lot of big fish caught yesterday morning, Archie.
Was it? And today ought to be pretty good?
Yeah, it ought to be good before this front moves in here.
All right, are you nervous, Nolan?
I'm always nervous before I catch a big smallmouth.
All right, well, what's the first thing we got to do now? We'll get this thing going.
Well, we got to catch some shad, and of course that's the key to fishing up here is having live bait. And artificial bait will work up here, but live shad is, I'd say, 10 to 1 better as far as the smallmouth goes.
I see. Well, now, before we get unhooked here, now, John's going to be fishing close right there to us, but let's give the folks a little breakdown, Nolan, on the how we're going to rig this line before we go get them shads. You understand
Okay.
what I'm talking about?
Right. Well, I'm going to show you my knot that I use in my tournament fishing, but that's not the kind of knot we're going to use up here. Now, I use the Palomar in all my tournament fishing, and it's the strongest knot that's ever been devised as far as I'm concerned. And the Palomar, we got a nice little brim hook here.
Yeah, we're going to smallmouth fish with that hook, ain't we?
I'd hate to see what I got to winch him in with. Stick your line through double, of course, in whatever you're tying it onto, whether it be spinnerbait, worm,
Let me hold this.
crankbait.
Going to be your line here.
Okay, that's
There's
my
your
line there.
right there.
Stick it through double and come around with what I call a granny knot. And don't cinch it tight. Then put the loop or put the plug, hook, or whatever back through the loop. Then you cinch all that up tight, and it'll cinch right down. And then, of course, you cut off your excess up here. That monofilament will cinch down where this won't.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, now.
Just pull that. That'll come on down.
Yeah,
tight.
it'll come on down. I'm not going to because we'd never get it out, I'm afraid. Yeah.
But that makes a super good knot, don't it?
Right, and cut off your excess line. It's hanging out.
Okay.
But up here now, you're experiencing so many hang-ups on the bottom. The bottom is rough. You're going to be bumping the bottom drifting up here, which means you're going to be hanging up an awful lot.
Okay.
And if you hang up 25, 30 times a day, and you have to break off when you do, you can't. It's not practical to go back and try to get a nickel hook.
Okay.
You have to break it off. If you got a knot like this tied onto your hook up here, invariably it won't break down next to the hook. It'll break up in your reel, and you'll lose a lot of your line.
I see.
And at the end of the day, you done went through 200 or 300 yards of line. So what I do up here is just simply stick the line through, tie a knot in the end of it, like that, and then tie 2 granny knots around it. The reason I tie that knot in and 2 knots in is monofilament has a habit of slipping, and it will slip unless you do it like that right there.
I see.
And then you cinch that down tight, of course, and fish
That other
with it.
knot.
This is a weak knot.
So don't do this when you're.
Don't do it when you're
bass
fishing for tournaments or whatever, or any other kind of fishing where you're not hanging up a lot. But if you're hanging up a lot, this is the kind of knot you need to lose. Then when your line breaks, most time it'll break right there, and you won't lose all your line.
All right, now, but if we get a smallmouth on, we got to recognize that we got a weak spot in this thing.
We got to remember
we
not
can't
give him too much headway.
I got you.
Let him play your drag.
I got
And
you.
back reel is what I do.
Back reel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, now let's.
Okay, the rig that we use up here is an open face reel. I've got 8-pound line on this. Sometimes I use 10 pound. Just depends on the circumstance. And I've got my hook already tied on with a number 5 split shot. And you got several varieties of split shot. You got 4, 5, and 6. They're usually popular up here, and of course there's some bigger and they smaller. But you use according to the day. How many turbines is on, how much wind you've got, and you adjust to whatever situation may be.
I got you. Getting a little white caps out
Yeah, it's
here.
getting a little rough out here now.
All right, now, what is this for? Pretty fast water, what we got right here?
Well, actually what we got here, we got the wind meeting the current.
I got
It's
you.
always a little more turbulent in a situation right there.
Is this what we're going to use starting off with?
This is what we'll be using to start off with.
Okay.
Of course, now we got to go catch some bait.
Let's go get some.
All right.
And Nolan, this little old net you got right here, that's handy for that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Well, it's a must. You got
Remember, we
to
used to
have
have to go up yonder and dip them up, didn't we? Yeah, there's a few. What size net is that, Nolan?
it. This is about a 3.5 foot net here.
3.5
And
foot.
They make them all the way up to a 6 foot net. But the bigger you get, the harder it is to handle
In other words, you'd rather have a little bit smaller one, hadn't you?
Well, you catch more fish or more minnows with a big net, but
Yeah.
it's harder for you to throw.
I got you. In other words, you can handle that.
You just ain't long enough.
Yeah.
It's good to get them in there as quick as you can. After you catch them, they'll damage yourselves if you don't.
Okay. This beach going up there under that swift water with that
Yeah.
motor running, that was kind of a dangerous deal, wasn't it?
You can catch minnows virtually anywhere on this river at any given time without going up into that swift water.
We're gonna drift over here, over on the far side.
We're going over on the far
Okay.
side over there.
All right. Look yonder, there's one come in. What is that he's got right there?
Beats me.
What has Yulin got? What you got, Yulin? Drum, okay. You got him?
Yeah.
All right. Think it's smallmouth, Nolan?
Yeah, it's smallmouth.
He had a good one just in, broke off. Woo, look at that down yonder. Look at him, got another one over here. Look at that thing. Isn't that a pretty one? He nailed it good. Now see, they was hitting right in there, Nolan, because see, it was 2 or 3 caught him right there at one time. He must have just been running up in there. Let me
break my hook off.
Yeah, he bit it off. Hold on a minute.
That's a good fish.
That a good one?
Yeah.
Let me get out of the way and get that dip net.
It's a long time yet.
That's all right, I'm gonna be ready.
He's trying to come up again.
Is he?
Yeah. There he comes. He's coming up.
Yeah, look out! Woo! Look out, look out. I'm gonna get on the back here with you.
No, just get where you at right there. I'm
Is that
gonna
a
bring
good
him up
spot?
here. Yeah.
You gonna bring him up on this side over here?
Right over there. Right where you're sitting.
Right
I'll
where
bring him
I'm
right where you at.
All right.
It'll be a while before he's gonna be ready.
You think he'll jump again?
Yeah, he'll jump again in a minute.
Boy, he jumped good that time, didn't he?
He smallmouth outfight anything I've ever seen.
Fighting this fish in the world, ain't
There
you?
he comes. There he comes.
Hey, look out. No, he turned back on you, didn't
Yeah, he almost come out. He's about ready, Archie.
Is he about ready?
Yeah.
Look at that. Woo! Look, that's a
Get him.
good one there, Nolan. Look at him. Where's he at? Got him in the net. Boy, now that's a fine fat one there.
Hold him up where we can see the
Yeah.
color on him.
Yeah, now that one's bigger than that last one.
Is he bigger?
Ain't a thing in the world wrong with that fish right there. Boy, what a pretty fish. Look at that thing.
Well, unhook him. Let's get over and get another one while they're in there.
Well, I have to look at them a little bit. They're so pretty, Nolan. They, you know, one of the prettiest fish that swims is a smallmouth.
They are. They really are.
And the greatest fighter in the world. And you know something? Now, I know they hold the record up there in Tennessee, but this is the furthest point south that smallmouth are taken, so our growing season's longer. And Wheeler Dam and Pickwick and Wilson is just top smallmouth fishing place in this whole country.
Well, I've always felt like it's another world record right here.
Right here at Wheeler Dam,
And
ain't
the
it?
first world record come out here 10 1/4.
10 1/4. Well, you know, they got a 9.5 right over at Wilson just recently.
Yeah.
Right over there below the dam at Wilson. That Smith boy got him over there, Jeff Smith. And it was a fine smallmouth. Now, I'm going to tell you.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 18, Louisiana Duck Hunting. Louisiana is gifted with the world's best flyaway and a cast of characters that provide that southern flavor. Our guests have harvested many ducks and they bring their techniques home to you. You learn how to set decoys and a calling lesson you'll never forget. So ask for Louisiana Duck Hunting at your favorite video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Wow, over the backside.
All right.
Coming up. Man, look at that thing. He's just going all around the boat. Oh, that's a good one. Look at you, Nolan.
Is it smallmouth?
It's a smallmouth.
Has he jumped?
Yeah, he come up twice. He ain't jumped yet, but it's smallmouth. I can tell by looking at it. Look at that. Just about seen him then.
Lay him down.
He came all the way to the top. You know what I mean? Then turned around and went back down. It looks nice. Oh, yeah, it's a pretty thing. Yeah, that's a good one. He'll jump again right at the boat, won't he? Ain't that what they do?
Yeah, usually they'll jump again.
Huh?
You get ready to net him, holler.
Woo! that's a pretty one. Get that net, Nolan. He's gonna escape if you don't. Look at that pretty thing. Hold on now, hold him. Hold on. There he comes, look at that thing, Nolan.
Lay him down, lay him down.
All right, okay. Boy, that's a big one, Nolan. Look out now. Hold him. Steady. Look at him go across the top right there.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Here where I can get this net
All
on.
right, easy. No, I ain't got him hooked that good. Hot dog, what a pretty. Look at there, Nolan, that's a big one.
How big is he, Arch?
Oh, man. That fish should go 4 pounds, Nolan.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say he'd go 4?
Close to it.
You ever sure how to make him go 8? Look at that. Yeah, that's a pretty thing. Now, you don't really snatch on these now. You just kind of let them take it, don't you? Just sort of.
He'll set the hook himself.
Yeah.
In that swift current. You're drifting down, and he's going up. So you got a natural hook setting.
Boy, that is a pretty thing.
Yep.
I don't know whether to kiss you or kiss him for bringing me up him.
Well, don't kiss me.
Boy, that's a beauty. I seen when now he didn't come up. You know, most time they go out and then jump. Well, he didn't do that, Nolan. He kind of stayed put.
Old Mel Bailey, our sheriff's got a drum down there.
Oh, he got a big one, didn't he? One thing about it, you don't never know what you're gonna catch up there, do you?
Nah, looked like about a 20-pounder.
That is a big drum.
That's one.
Is he gonna jump?
Yeah, he's
There
coming
comes
up.
there. Yeah. That first, they nearly always jump on that first go round, don't they?
Yeah. He's a mean one.
Hold him easy now, Nolan. Yeah, there he comes. Oh, look at that pretty thing.
You want to hand me the net?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hold him steady now.
Okay.
Hold him
You
steady.
got him right there.
Oh, that's a pretty there. Get in that net.
Let me get him right here.
Hold that thing up right there, Nolan. Let's look at that pretty thing. This is smallmouth week, I believe. Boy, that is
He's a
fine.
pretty little old fish, isn't he?
Huh?
He's a pretty little old fish.
Boy, they're the best fighters in the world. Anybody that ain't never been smallmouth fishing don't know what it's all about, do they? Oh, boy. You caught any more, John? You got him on over?
Yeah, that's a little one there. It's smallmouth, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's bring him up beside the boat and let me see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Well, we're about in that same groove we was in, ain't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie, look at there what Donnie's got. Look at yonder, Nolan. He done caught another. Look at there. Look at that thing jump.
Come on.
Holy mackerel, you lost it. Hey, boy, here's a pretty jumper, though. Where's it? Right behind? Woo, look at that thing go. Let me get in here and hit you. Oh, I had one chase mine right up to the boat then. Get ready, Nolan.
You gonna come over here on this side?
Is he gonna come on that side?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's really coming where he wants to.
I tell you, these things are in here like fleas on a dog's back today, ain't they?
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
They just don't give up.
No, they tough. I like their spirit, don't you?
Yeah.
There comes, boy, that's a good one. No,
Okay, you wanna get it?
look at that thing. Yeah, let me get ready here now. Easy now, don't let him jump out. Hold it, no. Get it, you got him. Got him in that
I'm
net.
glad you don't make your living netting.
Say I'm alive. Am I a bad deckhand, Nolan? Hey, let me show you a trick here now, Nolan. You got that wire. You got it under that wire right there, and that's gonna weaken that line. See right down yonder?
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of that net.
Let me get the hook out of it
All right.
first.
Because I believe you're gonna have to retie that, or it's gonna make a weak spot. Well, he was a jumper, wasn't
Yeah, he was.
he? He just come on.
He just wasn't that big. He jumped. God.
Woo! Look at there, what James caught. Boy, that is a good one. Where'd you catch him at, James? What was you fishing with? Let me see that top striper. Was you using the you wasn't using the cork with it? Just using a top striper on the surface? Now, how many more did you catch? Well, that's the fatter ones I've seen. He must have
Look
plenty.
out
of
what
these
a
up there.
stripe. Look at this stripe
Got
over
8.
here.
Them old saltwater stripes is in here too, ain't they, Nolan?
Yeah.
He got all he can do on that light rod there. Goodness gracious, look at that.
They mix it up right here
Woo, look at that
with the
stripe.
bass pretty good this time of the
Goodness
year.
gracious. That's a hybrid right there. That's John's boy right there, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Allen Hill.
Alan, boy, look at that fine. Hold him up, Alan. Let's see what he looks like. Beautiful hybrid. Goodness gracious.
Looks like he weigh about 7 or 8.
Yeah. In other words, we're subject to catch one of them up here while we're smallmouth fishing.
Sure, they right in there with them.
Goodness gracious alive. Man, you got a good one. Tell you, old John's a good fisher.
Hold him, John.
Hold him, John. You see him when he come up the first time?
You know why he's catching them fish, don't you? He's in my boat.
Oh. Look at that. Look at that thing. You notice that style, oh, John, he'll hold that arm. Instead of reeling it up, he holds his arm just as high as he can reach it like that.
One thing you got to remember is when you're up here in this area, you have to wear your life jacket.
Yeah, the 800.
Everybody out here you see has got their life jacket.
Well,
on.
it says 800 feet, but I'm going to tell the folks this. 800 or a half a mile or whatever, as rough as that water is yonder, they better have them on.
It's a good idea. Just put them on when you leave the dock. Keep them on all day.
Because it's got to be, you can enjoy your fishing up here. This Wheeler Dam is probably, would you say, Nolan's as dangerous as dam is in the country?
No, it's not dangerous. I'd say there's fewer drownings here at Wheeler Dam than there are anywhere else.
Yeah. But it's
Gunnersville, you know, the lake itself has been more drownings documented there.
On this lake too, on the lake proper.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
it's not that dangerous here, but it's still, if you was to get thrown out of the boat, it's a good idea to have that life jacket.
Especially with all this current, these boats coming to it.
Right.
You know, right down there a while ago when that wind blowing, it was rough down there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, we had some slop over the front and the back down there. So, you know, now I'm an expert on sinking boats up here. I've sunk 3 up here, so, you know, I know how it feels to go in. And I tell you one thing, Nolan, it's terribly humiliating. Even if it wasn't dangerous.
Sound like me falling over the back seat a while ago.
Yeah, I seen you do that.
It didn't hurt me, but it embarrassed me.
Let's catch another smallmouth.
I'm ready.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 17, Turkey Calling with a Champion. Preston Pittman, one of the nation's best turkey callers, takes you to his favorite hunting area in Monticello, Mississippi. Preston shares with you how to predict turkey habits and territories and how to call turkeys from the beginner to the most professional. Preston also teaches you his midday hunting techniques. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Turkey Hunting with a Champion at your local video store.
Ooh, that's some fine-looking smallmouth there, Nolan.
Yeah, they're starting to add up a little bit.
They staying live fairly good, ain't they, John?
Yeah,
look at that old big one I caught. Look at the stripes, how they change in colors in that. That's what folks need to know about this color business. You catch a pretty one and throw him in there in that shiny live well, and he's trying to change colors to make it match up with that aluminum.
Yeah.
That's where them bars come from. So they are strictly chameleons.
John, I sure appreciate you loaning us this boat. We could have stood in that little boat out there.
It's been rough up here, John. You had your hands full in there by yourself a time or two, hadn't you?
Yeah, I got down there.
That's the way John Hill's always been. He's always accommodating. Everybody comes up here.
Everybody that ever come up here to Wheeler Dam.
All they got to do is ask, and he'll tell them.
Say, John, tell me where to fish, how to fish, and he'll get them going and tell them, bring them up here and show them. Can't beat that with a stick. Fine smallmouth. Kind of hard to do one arm, ain't it, Donnie? And Nolan, you tell Mama Shivers how much I appreciate her fixing you a good lunch of these biscuits now.
I'm gonna tell her you wouldn't let me have any of it. She's gonna whip you.
She probably would, and I guarantee you one thing, I wouldn't mess with it either.
You can't take a break now. The fish are hitting.
They won't eat, I'm like. How about Archie over there, Nolan?
Archie's doing all right. He's doing as good as he can with what he's got to operate with.
Woo, you got him?
Yeah, he's still on there.
Bring him on in, Nolan. Is he a monster? Boy, look at him jump. Hee, bounce him right in.
Made him come right on in, didn't
we
it?
caught today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they just all in here, Nolan. Everywhere you look, they in.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 16, Catfish. Jug fishing teaches you the art of catching catfish with quart jugs, while Jump Box shows a fast and easy way to set a trot line. Box fishing shows how to use slat boxes, and grabbing catfish shows the technique of catching catfish out of submerged logs. So ask for Catfish at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
All right, Nolan, give me some of them fish. Ooh, what a string of smallmouth. Goodness gracious, climb on up here. Now, John, you and Alan was in that other boat.
Yep.
Y'all had a dadgum good day, too. How about let's show them what we done up there today. If y'all folks think that ain't a nice mess of smallmouth from Wheeler Dam Fisherman's Resort, we've been trying for a year or two to hit it just right, and I believe, you know, you called me, Nolan, you said we got to do it if we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was just right. And John, y'all been doing this for a week or two, haven't you?
Yeah.
That is some fine. We got them up to 4 pounds, and well, there's a nice one right there too. Alan, you said you lost a few big ones up there too, didn't you? Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, folks, we've had a great time up here. Nolan Shivers, my fishing buddy here, and John Hill and his son Alan, and they guide up here. Anybody wants to come up here on a guide trip, you can call up here at Fishing Resort, and John or his boy will be glad to accommodate you and take you out there on a guided trip if you need that. But this is some fine smallmouth, some of the finest ones that I've ever got into on the Tennessee River. And remember, we have one of the longest growing periods in the nation, so the biggest smallmouth in the world probably gonna come from right up here on the Tennessee River. And we had a great day, John. I just want you to know that. And Alan, appreciate you done a good job up in there. And Nolan, as always. And I'm gonna come back and do this some more. I enjoyed this too much. And y'all folks stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.